Imagine a car so rare, so exclusive, that even billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk find themselves on a waiting list, or worse, rejected outright. Cars of the future are equipped with NASA-level space technology, while some are essentially moving luxury lounges. These are the kinds of vehicles even billionaires can't get their hands on. Entering with the Mercedes futuristic car made entirely from carbon fiber. The Silver Arrow draws inspiration from the iconic W125 that won the 1937 Grand Prix, so you can imagine they made this new version absolutely insane. With 750 horsepower, this all-electric, one-seater race car can push the driver well beyond the danger zone. And no, it's not called the danger zone because of how fast it goes, but you'll be too terrified to blink. The exterior design is equally stunning when it powers up. The entire front bumper lights up in 3D LED lights, showcasing the Mercedes logo. As soon as the driver steps in, a futuristic display panel activates, rendering the outside world in 3D. This lets the driver focus entirely on steering, almost like racing in a real-life version of Geometry Dash. Basically, it's so futuristic you'd think the car's got its own TikTok account. It's a car unlike anything you've ever seen before. Because Renault's Treasure completely redefines the concept of convertibles. Instead of traditional features like doors, the Treasure requires you to climb in, much like an old-school sports car. The roof slides forward, creating a reverse convertible effect, while the headrests even recline as you sit down. But the most impressive feature is the striking red leather interior, complemented by a wooden dashboard and a video game-like touchscreen for entertainment. Its surreal design more than makes up for the fact that it's only slightly faster than a Toyota Prius. Nevertheless, such bold design choices are perfectly suited to the company's flagship car. Take the race-ready Alpine Alpenglow, for example. There's a reason this car's name sounds like a ski resort, because in the Alps, steam rises in the morning, marking the start of a new day. Inspired by this natural phenomenon, Alpine created the hydroelectric, steam-emitting Razor as the car of tomorrow. Dark blue lights flash when you start the engine, and the taillights glow blue as you drive. Even the rims are designed to resemble snowflakes. But it's the front lights that take this car into another dimension. They're designed to look like cosmic stars, straight out of space. When you hit the gas, steam flows, the body glows, and the Alpine Alpenglow transforms into a blue rocket speeding through the night. It's like something straight out of Tron Legacy. While we may not have cars like the Mark I just yet, floating cars are closer than we think. Rolls-Royce's vision for the next 100 years looks like it's straight up levitating. And that's exactly what the car's name suggests, the Rolls-Royce Vision Next 100. This theme of futuristic design is shared by many car companies, but this one takes it to a whole new level. With 2 seats and a flat-screen TV serving as the dashboard, this car truly feels like something out of a dream. It features suicide doors that open automatically, and the roof literally lifts off, allowing you to walk straight into the car. The wheel covers are a masterpiece. They cover the entire tire while showcasing the back half of the rims. Even Justin Bieber was so impressed by the concept that he had a separate company build him a copy, sort of. While they couldn't replicate the exact car since the Vision Next 100 won't be available for another decade, Bieber dropped $300,000 on a Chinese knockoff. But if your car looks like a spaceship, who's going to care? And that's something Mercedes truly understands. Because the Mercedes Vision 111 is essentially a Star Trek remake of an F1 car. This concept car is inspired by another concept from the 1960s, and naturally, only 111 units will be produced. Whoever designed this car was clearly in a creative zone, as it's completely unique. The front and rear lighting are both digital screens made up of dozens of LEDs. Functioning like an interactive road sign, you can display any message you want. The entire dashboard is also one massive digital screen. If that doesn't sound futuristic enough, just wait until you see the seat design. You basically lie down while driving. Road trips are about to get a whole lot more comfortable. With DeLorean-style doors, I wouldn't be surprised if this car could actually take you back to the future, which honestly seems like the only place it belongs. But the DS-XE Tense is a glimpse into the future, combining cutting-edge power with a design that feels more suited for a trash bin than a luxury car. It's impressive that it's fully autonomous and can drive itself, but isn't it a bit odd for the driver to sit out in the open air? I suppose if you're wealthy enough to own one, you can enjoy the enclosed cocoon-like seating. Meanwhile, the driver has to brave the elements, as the passenger side boasts temperature-controlled seating and a massage chair. But that's just the start of the madness. While prototype models exist, some of the tech feels so futuristic that it's hard to imagine it will be fully realized before 2200. Sure, 1,300 horsepower is already possible, but features like self-healing headlights and a sound system that adjusts to the passenger's movements make the DSX E-Tense feel more like a sentient being than just a car. But Cadillac's vision for future autonomous driving completely reimagines the brand's iconic design. The Cadillac Interspace is essentially a two-seater version of a Tesla, but its features leave the Tesla in the dust. Once the roof and doors lift away, you're greeted by a panoramic, flat-screen display that offers all the basic driving modes along with an unobstructed view of the outside world. Say goodbye to traditional Windows Cadillac once you've fully immersed in your own personalized entertainment experience. And I mean really personalized. The seats and display are equipped with biometric scanners that adjust the car's lighting, sound, and even scent to fit your unique preferences. They claim it's all for promoting healing and meditation, but it sounds more like Skynet-level monitoring. When the Terminators inevitably take over, I'll want a car that can leave them in the dust. Nevertheless, the Mercedes IAA concept is more than capable of getting the job done. At first glance, it's a sleek, basic four-door coupe, but it has a surprising twist. At 50 mph. The car shifts into aerodynamic mode. Yes, the entire design transforms, with 8 segments extending outward to optimize airflow, allowing you to tear down the road with ease. But if you're in the mood to look like you're speeding down the highway while cruising at 25 mph on Rodeo Drive, the center console features a full touchscreen that lets you switch between driving modes anytime you like. But no concept car design even comes close to Toyota's. Their Concept I is like the holy grail, the pinnacle of vehicular genius, and the scariest, worst design of a Prius you could ever imagine. I won't lie though, some of it's kind of dope. It's got wheel covers that stop debris, LED lights that look like something straight out of Los Santos Customs, and even Corvette-style butterfly doors all around. But here's where it gets wild. It taps into some seriously questionable AI tech. Not only does it measure your driving patterns and adjust the car to your style and habits, but it also tracks your emotions. Yup, it has its very own AI assistant that monitors your movements, the way you talk, and who you're driving with. They call it UI. This invisible AI greets you, warns you of danger, and even talks to you while you're driving. Where did you want to go today? It asks. The headlights even look like eyeballs that move around and blink, like a Mario Kart racer. All of this is part of their grand vision for kinetic warmth, whatever that means. But I'd call up Elon's Neuralink before I let my car track my road rage. Luckily, not everyone is trying to mix man and machine in quite this way, because the Bentley EXP 100 GT takes a simpler route to the future. It keeps the classic Bentley look mostly intact but adds a spaceship-like interior, crystal clear LED, and an all-electric engine. This thing is practically ready for liftoff. It even has butterfly doors like a Lambo. As a 3-seater coupe, it's definitely not your average sedan, and each seat is in its own compartment for that VIP experience. But here's the twist. It includes a scent system that pumps and smells from the outside world while keeping out pollution. No pollution? Great. But I'm not sure I want to be reminded of Skid Row while driving through the city. To be fair, that's probably the closest any billionaire wants to get to a real person. And hey, the closest you can get to being a billionaire is by subscribing to the channel and watching our videos. But with the Mini's Vision Next 100, you can drive like a billionaire. Ever dreamt of driving like Taylor Swift? Well, now you can. The Mini's Vision Next 100 is a Cooperizer that adapts to your driving style and even allows you to program it with the driving habits of others. It's like downloading different playstyles in Fortnite, but for cars. While it may not have a damage meter, it can still warn you of potential dangers and even drive itself to a maintenance shop when needed. Personally, I'd much rather have this kind of AI than one that just tracks my every move. BMW, on the other hand, invested all their resources into a car that features a flight simulator rather than focusing on AI. The Vision Next 100 is equipped with a heads-up display in the windshield, and the steering wheel even resembles an F-16 fighter jet's. It has all the typical futuristic features: wheel covers, LED lights inside, and a sleek gold exterior. Clearly, they knew not to mess too much with perfection. However, the standout feature is its flexible mesh body. The wheel covers allow for minor adjustments while driving, and it almost looks like the car grows as the wheels turn. It's a cool touch, but this next car, it's a shower, not a grower. Audi's icon isn't just about looks, they've focused on convenience, which, is the whole point of owning a car. They've completely removed traditional lights and replaced them with hundreds of ATCHI symbols. These diamond-shaped digital display panels use animations to alert cyclists and pedestrians of your car's presence. However, the way these warning lights work is a bit creepy to me. When the car detects nearby people, it actually makes eye contact. Yes, this car literally has eyes. It uses a combination of LiDAR and radar systems to see in the dark, and the best part, no more blinding high beams at night. With this fully autonomous car, you can even catch up on sleep during nighttime drives. There's no steering wheel or pedals, just a touchscreen on the center console. But my favorite feature, the fully rotating and reclining front seats. Audi, though, doesn't seem to have time for relaxation. But not in Skoda, an Indian car company, took that idea and did it better with an SUV. The Skoda Vision 7S is a 7 one-seater designed for families, and as weird as that 7 one-seating configuration sounds, it actually looks pretty good. You've got 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, a baby seat facing backwards because why not, and 3 in the back. It's a cool design, but I'm not sure I know of any family that could fill all those seats. Maybe once it hits Mexico, it'll be the next big thing. But seating isn't the only major change. Not only is it fully electric, but it's also made from recyclable tires. Forget mirrors, this thing has cameras that project the outside world onto the car's display. And when it charges, the interior has LEDs to show you the charging status. These LEDs also provide ambient lighting and guide you for entering and exiting. And the LEDs are connected through the car's electric system, which is by far the coolest part. To turn it on, you just plug in your phone. Skoda relies on your phone being plugged in, so when you remove it, the car shuts off too. It's like the car is telling you, you're not leaving without me, right? But that doesn't mean you can't catch up on sleep. The car has an engine-off driving mode, and relax mode is there for long road trips. In relax mode, the steering wheel and display slide back into the dash, the seats move forward, and the doors display augmented reality with calming music. And if you have kids, they can even draw on the doors with a built-in touchscreen. That's one feature no other car company has thought of drawing on your car. It's cool up until you're about 10 years old, then you're just hoping they don't draw a stick figure of you with a giant head. But kids today want more than just a car, they want an experience. And Nissan's new supercar is the perfect blend of performance and gaming. It's specifically marketed to both racers and gamers. Inspired by the Gran Turismo movie, Nissan decided to turn that fantasy into reality. When the car comes to a stop, the driver can slip on a VR gaming helmet and race online or against other virtual drivers nearby. The steering wheel and pedals work in sync but without any power. When powered on, the car looks like something straight out of a futuristic Transformers movie. Its bold design is amplified with massive air intakes, aerodynamic blades at the front, and a tunnel of LEDs that runs beneath the driver and passenger seats. The display and dashboard even extend toward you, Blade Runner style. If Megatron ever took this car into a race, it would intimidate everyone else into submission, although the only worthy rival might just be another Transformer. Luckily, the BMW Gina is here to save the day because it's the only car in the world with a full fabric exterior. That means it can shape-shift. Seriously, the body can transform into different forms, whether sporty or futuristic. The skirts push out at the bottom and the headlights open up at the front like actual eyelids. This thing's got more eye contact than your crush on Instagram. The doors even open and close with no visible seams or lines. Forget about a Nissan Decepticon, this is a straight-up Transformer. BMW calls it Gina, which stands for geometry and functions in an adaptation, whatever that means. But I have my own theory. Since there's no hood, if you want to see the engine, the top of the car slides open to reveal it. And the hole it creates kind of looks like a different kind of Gina. If you catch my drift. This car is sleeker than my girlfriend, and just like her, I'd have to spend money on it that I'll never see again. At least with the Honda concept, I know where my money went. Or do I? Because it could literally make you money. The thing is, if you put 50 Hondas next to each other, I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference. But this Honda New V, it doesn't look like anything I've ever seen someone drive. That's because its main purpose isn't just for one person to cruise around in. You know how privately owned vehicles sit idle 96% of the time? Honda's solution? A car designed for automated ride sharing. It can pick up and drop off customers for businesses basically. It's like a hyped up Uber, but it's not just about making money from rides. When it's not in use, it sells its energy back into the grid. I'd buy 4 and let them work for me like passive income. The catch? The UI is a little invasive. It monitors your mood and checks on your well-being, kind of like a friendly cyborg. But hey, I'm down for it because it even comes with an electric skateboard for last mile transit, in case your car runs out of battery. So yeah, I guess you just leave it behind. With the skateboard, of course. Who needs a charger when you can roll out on wheels? But you don't need it if your car can generate enough energy to power an entire city. The Hyperion XP1 is a hydrogen electric hypercar that sets a new benchmark for speed. It comes with an adjustable solar-powered air blade for improved aerodynamics, a fully glass canopy, and rocket-inspired alloys on the body. Seriously, it's built with technology that you'd expect to see in space. They're probably aiming for the speed of light with this one. What's even crazier is that it doesn't have a conventional engine. The power comes directly from the wheels, utilizing an innovative axial flux motor. You know it's from the future when they invent new terms just to describe the engine. When the Hyperion XP1 hits the streets, it will have more power than any car currently in existence. It can accelerate from 0 to 60 mph in just 2.2 seconds, and it boasts a top speed of 220 mph. Thanks to its wheelbase power system, it can deliver up to 2,000 horsepower, equivalent to the power of a Black Hawk helicopter. And if you're not planning on racing Navy SEALs in your spare time, don't worry, it can cover up to 1,000 miles on a single tank of hydrogen. That means you could drive the entire West Coast before needing a refuel. But hey, driving along the coast is a thing of the past when you've got a car like this. But Toyota has gone so far into the future that they've created a car designed to drive on the freaking moon. If you're a fan of dune buggies, you're going to love the all-new Lunar Cruiser. This off-road vehicle was built with lunar exploration in mind, but they definitely added some features to make it practical for the average person who can't quite afford a trip to space. It's even operated with joysticks, so if you've ever played Mass Effect, you might already have an edge when it comes to driving it. Since it's designed for moon travel, it's equipped with military-grade LiDAR radar sensors and a mole system. The modular, lightweight cargo system is just a fancy way of saying trunk, but this trunk comes stocked with tactical backpacking gear, flares, and first aid kits. Sure, moon travel probably isn't easy, but let's be real, good luck spotting a flare on the moon if you get a flat tire. And just like any car, if you don't have an extra tank of fuel, you're in trouble. But with the Aptera Launch Edition, you'll never have to worry about fuel again, because it's the world's first fully solar-powered car. It's about time we've had one of these, honestly. I feel like I invented this idea when I was 6 years old in science class. But the Aptera Launch Edition doesn't look like a regular car, it looks more like a plane, with 2 wheels in the front and 1 in the back, maximizing the amount of sunlight it captures. And since it has such a compact design, it's incredibly lightweight. It uses only a quarter of the energy that any other hybrid or electric vehicle would, thanks to its continuous fake photosynthesis process. That means you never have to plug it in. Looks like trees and plants were onto something after all. The Aptera launch is in its final production stages, so all these billionaires are probably drooling at the thought of it. But none of these billionaires have a full-on couch in their car like the Renault Ease Ultimo. This thing is basically a living room on wheels. On the outside, it features 600 diamond-shaped pieces that create a silver streak as it moves. But the real magic is on the inside, where the cabin is a one-way mirror. In this self-driving car, no one can see inside. I can think of at least one thing people would try, but the main purpose of this car is business. It's designed like an executive lounge, with armchairs, benches, wood floors, and charging outlets. You could have a full business meeting before even reaching the office. It's probably why it got scrapped. People would just leave work early and finish up on their commute. But honestly, a living room on wheels might not be the most fun to drive in. For that, you need something built to swerve through traffic, like the Cooper Dark Rebel. The Dark Rebel is a custom-designed car created from the ideas of 270,000 people. This Star Wars-esque vehicle emerged by combining their designs into one. The striking colors are the result of multiple layers of paint and chrome, yet somehow light still manages to shine through, which is crucial. The light patterns actually reflect your driving mode. These modes might sound more like advanced math functions than driving settings. Exponential 2 is the default. Exponential 3 switches you into racing mode, and Exponential Infinite takes you deep into the metaverse. Cooper's Meta app connects you to this virtual space, letting you experience driving in real time, much like a video game. And fittingly, there's even a Rocket League-style boost button on the steering wheel. But as we all know, looking like a game and actually being in one, are two entirely different things. The Audi Active Sphere's augmented reality feature brings the driving experience to life. This isn't your typical fully autonomous SUV, it's actually 3 cars in one. The default mode is the Sportsback SUV, but its massive 22-inch rims give it off-road capabilities, and with a simple transformation, it becomes a pickup truck. It's like every stay-at-home dad's dream come true. Fully electric, it boasts a mind-blowing 190 miles of range with just 10 minutes of charging. And even though it's autonomous, I'd probably still take control with the manual driving option, just for the augmented reality goggles that come with it. But slip on these goggles, and your world gets a Tony Stark level upgrade. There's no traditional display in the car, no heads-up screen on the windshield. Instead, the goggles project everything from navigation and weather to music and temperature settings right in front of your eyes. And the best part? It's all gesture controlled. You can literally wave your hand to select music out of thin air. Sure, you might look like a goof flailing your arms around while driving, but I'd put up with that just to feel like Iron Man. And trust me, this isn't the only car that would make Tony Stark jealous. Because their full off-roader called the Audi Trail is the Audi's full off-roader. The Audi Trail boasts the craziest lighting system I've ever seen. I never thought I'd say this, but Audi's take on an electronic off-roader looks amazing. It's like a moon rover designed for Earth. And in line with their nature-focused approach, they've eliminated high-tech displays and replaced them with a sleek wraparound glass panel that even extends to the floor. But don't worry about safety, this off-roader is equipped with 4-point seat belts, just like a roller coaster, and features 22-inch tires that adapt to the terrain. As for comfort, Audi didn't forget about the passengers. The back seat is designed like a hammock, and the seats are removable for convenient portable outdoor seating. But the most mind-blowing feature is the lighting system. Instead of traditional headlights, the Audi Trail is equipped with 5 Audi Light Pathfinder drones. These flying lights hover ahead of the car, illuminating the road and providing live footage of any obstacles in front of you. The design is so impressive that some cop might pull you over just to see it in action. But BMW has taken customization to the next level with their new iVision D, the world's first car that can change color like a chameleon thanks to innovative e-ink technology. With this new tech, you can change the car's color to anything you want through your phone. The car is made up of 32 separate sections, including the rims, giving you 260 trillion color combinations to personalize your ride. It's going to be ridiculously easy to escape from the cops with this. But they didn't stop at just color customization, they've gone one step further and let you customize your reality. The dashboard features a mixed reality slider that brings augmented and virtual worlds right to your windshield. Want to feel like you're driving through Super Earth? Just tap a sensor and the road transforms with a digital rendering of the world. As if outrunning aliens weren't enough, BMW has also added a digital soul to the car. It can actually sense and understand your emotions like a human, and you can change the car's color to reflect your mood. Honestly, that's way scarier than dodging aliens on the freeway. But hey, why drive through aliens when you can just play Helldivers while cruising? Believe it or not, the newest company to enter the autonomous vehicle race is Sony. Yes, the world's largest video game company is venturing into the car industry. And they're not stopping at just this sedan model, the SUV version is coming too. Some key features include 40 sensors that can see in total darkness, allowing the car to park itself. Cameras replace traditional mirrors and give the driver a live feed of the car's exterior at all times. When gaps appear in traffic or someone cuts you off, the navigation system suggests the most efficient lane change. It's basically going to turn highway driving into a game of swerving like in GTA. The car even updates itself like a PS5, preparing itself whenever you open the Vision S app on your phone. But the real showstopper is the entertainment system. With 360-degree sound, the car becomes a moving studio, and screens cover the dashboard and seat backs for streaming shows or movies. Plus, with 5G connectivity, those screens double as mini gaming stations. Kids are going to be playing Warzone in the back seat while you drive. I was happy with my 3DS as a kid, but these kids are living the dream with COD and Gran Turismo on the go. I want the real deal, and no other race car comes close to the Porsche Mission X. This thing even creates its own highlight reel. This sleek bronze hypercar is Porsche's first serious attempt at a hypercar, and they made sure no one could compete. The body design pays tribute to their two-time champion race car, the Porsche 917, and when you base a race car on another legendary race car, you know it's built to perform. I mean, the doors look like wings. but 190 mph is too slow for a true race car, so the rear wing extends, boosting this hypercar's top speed to 200 mph. Inside, the experience is fully tailored to the driver. You'll feel like you're stepping into a spaceship. The 4 seat belts, adjustable pedals, and seats are just the start. LED light up the driver's spine, and when you're racing, the display shows all the track information along with live footage from the 6 cameras inside and outside the car. These cameras let you monitor any potential threats or blockers, though honestly, with how fast this car is, you'd leave everyone else in the dust so quickly they'd be stuck in the Stone Age. But one car isn't just from another time. This Mercedes-Benz Avatar is practically from another planet. While some cars look like they belong in a sci-fi movie, this one is actually inspired by Avatar, the one with the blue people, not the other one with all the running and explosions. The design connects everything just like in the movie. Seriously, even the roof transitions into the back seats, which then turn into the console and dashboard. It's like the car's playing Tetris with itself. And the LED. They change color with the outside lighting, going from blue to purple to navy faster than your Wi-Fi drops during a Zoom call. It's 100% electric, fully recyclable, and guess what? A full recharge only takes 15 minutes. Take that, Tesla. And when they're drawing inspiration from a movie set 150 years in the future, you know they're putting some wild stuff on it. The motors, they work alone, so each wheel can do its own thing. It even moves like a lizard, yes, sideways up to 30 degrees, because why not, right? But it's not just the movement that's reptilian. Solar energy gets absorbed through these scale-like sensors on the back of the car. 33 bionic flaps that are multi-directional, basically. It looks like the car could slither away at any moment. And speaking of mind-blowing, this car has digital neurons. Yup, your car has a neural network now. It's like giving your car its own version of a neural link. These neurons control the car's power, and depending on where you move, they literally flow through the car like it's alive. Walk towards it, and it senses the energy around you and opens the door like it's welcoming you home after a long day. To start the car, just place your hand on the console, no keys, no problem. It even recognizes you by your breathing. Yeah, you heard that right. Your car knows when you're stressed. To top it off, the dashboard doesn't just show the road, it gives you a 3D view of the outside world, magnetic fields, UV rays, bioenergy, all in real time. It's like having a living car. You really got a living car before GTA 6. Alright folks, we've reached the holy grail cars that even billionaires can't afford. Why can't they get it? Well, it's not just about having a fat wallet, you also need the right connections, a dash of legacy, and impeccable timing. It's like the VIP club of cars, where the velvet rope is pulled tighter than a celebrity's schedule. Whether it's because it's insanely rare, ridiculously exclusive, or simply too cool for anyone to own, these cars are in a league of its own where not even the ultra-rich stand a chance. Speaking of things that are rare and exclusive, have you ever wondered what the most expensive cars in the world are? Trust me, these cars make what we've seen today look like the change you find in your couch cushions. Click the video on the screen to see. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next luxurious adventure.